Hi, I'm Lindsay. I just wanted to talk about my epilepsy. I'm sure that if you found this video, you have epilepsy or you just want to learn about it, and that's cool with me. I guess I'm going to just start from the beginning. When I was less than a year old, I had febrile seizures, which are the kind you get when you have a fever. Most babies get them, so I don't have them anymore. Haven't had them for, ever since I've been like 1 year old. So that's where it started. And then throughout my childhood in like elementary school, I never ever had any. I don't know. I didn't take any medicine. I don't really know what that was about, but then once I reached middle school, I started getting the absence seizures, which are the kind where you kind of stare off and you just don't remember what you're talking about. You just are so sidetracked, you can't talk straight. And my science teacher in 7th grade, I think, or 8th grade, he talked to my parents and was like, hey, it doesn't seem like Lindsay's paying attention, and, she needs to focus more, and blah, blah, blah. And then my parents started noticing the absence seizures, which, are very hard to notice because, yes, you are having a seizure, but it's very, it's just a couple seconds. You barely miss it. A lot of people mistaken it for just kind of daydreaming or, I don't know, just kind of getting lost in space. But it's actually a seizure. And then when I was about, I think I was like 16 or something, that's when I first started having my grand mal seizures. And that's all I have now. And the absence seizures as well. But I don't have any other kinds. But the grand mals, as you guys know, are the typical what people think of when people are having a seizure. You convulse and you pass out pretty much. You fall to the ground. And you don't know what's going on, and it's crazy. How I would describe that would be a nightmare, really bad dream, because for me, I feel like I can kind of just a little bit know what's going on. But for the most part, I am just like, what's happening? Who are these people? What's going on? But when I am out of it, when I get out of it and I'm like conscious again, I'm like that. Like, I know my name, I'm not like, oh, where am I? What's going on? I know where I am and I can handle it like right away. But then again, I've been having these for, I was 16, I'm 23 now, so 8 years? Something like that. So, yeah, it takes a lot out of you. Get bruises, bumps on your head, you have a headache, you're extremely tired, you're sore for it could be like a week at a time, like your body is just so achy and it's hard to move, and that's what a grand mal does. It's a lot of people have different experiences. Some people wet themselves, some people have a seizure for really long time. Luckily mine are only 2 minutes or something, but at least that's what I've been told. But I've never had anything too extreme, but if I miss a dose of my medicine, I'll most definitely have one. I'm not like, it's not like a hit or miss, like, oh, I might have one or I might not. Like, I'll have one. I wanted to talk about medicine and like side effects and all that. So I've been on several medicine. I've been on Keppra, Depakote, Lamictal, Felbamate. I was on another one too. I can't remember. But I'm on Lamictal and Felbamate now. I'm not on Keppra or Depakote or the other one because I got really bad side effects. I gained a lot of weight on one. I got super angry. I've gotten a really bad rash. There's always something. And I know there's side effects, but I mean, I gained like, it's not that extreme, but it's extreme to the point where I don't want to keep being on it. Because when I gained weight, I gained like 15 or 20 pounds, and that's not very normal for me. I've usually been pretty well at keep maintaining the same weight. So I was just always extremely hungry, and then that was Depakote, I think, where I gained a lot of weight. And then Keppra, I got extremely angry and irritable and depressed and just very unhappy. So right now I'm on Lamictal and Felbamate. The reason why I'm on both is because originally I was just on Lamictal. Well, I needed something stronger. And Felbamate, I feel like a lot of people have never heard of that, but it is a very strong anti-seizure medicine. And my doctor pretty much put it to me as last resort, which is kind of unfortunate, but I mean, so far I've been okay. A lot of people in the very, very past, it was like, I don't know, the 80s and the 90s or something. That's kind of when the drug came out. A lot of people died on it because they had liver problems. And Felbamate is really bad for your liver. So that's why. So for the first year, I had to go and get my blood drawn. First 3 months, I had to go twice a month. And then for the remaining 9 months, I had to go once a month. Just to make sure my levels were okay, I wasn't gonna die. But now there's so many side effects with Felbamate because it's such a strong drug. I get a lot of blurry vision. I'll get blurry vision at once or twice a day. Insomnia and sleeplessness, like, it's so hard for me to go to bed. I don't know if a lot of people with epilepsy have the same thing as me, but gosh, it's just, I'm just laying there, just like, I'm always nauseous, always, and I get heartburn a lot. I can't drink alcohol, like, at all. I could maybe have a beer, maybe 2, but I've had, like, mixed drinks and shots and stuff, and I always end up throwing up. Always. It's a guarantee. Like, if I drink, I know I'm gonna throw up. I've never had a bad experience like having a seizure while drinking or whatever, but just the nauseous, and it's just all the side effects. It's not even, me, it's just the medicine. And unfortunately, I have to take a lot a day. I have to take 12 pills a day. And it used to not be that much, but now I have to take a lot just because I haven't been able to be seizure-free for a really long time. Like, ever, actually. It's been the most, I think, like 9 months, but other than that, I've never been able to be free for at least a year. So that's why we have to keep raising my medicine and putting me on new medicine, and it's just craziness. Which is fine. I've learned to deal with it. I think of it more as it's a way I have to live my life. It's not like, because I'm so used to it. I couldn't imagine living my whole life without having to take medicine. Like, that's my pill to live. My pills, I should say. I do have an emergency pill because before I do, or if I do have a grand mal, I get the absence seizures. And I've kind of trained myself to kind of notice that and watch for the signs. Like, if I feel like I'm just very off and I'm disoriented and I just have a hard time talking, a hard time thinking, hard time, that kind of thing, and I just keep getting sidetracked, I'll take my emergency pill, which is a lorazepam. And the thing with that, though, is I have to pretty much be home knocked out. Like, if I'm at work and I take it, like, I have to go home that day. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you have to make sure if you're going to take that pill, like, make sure it's, like, legit. Don't just take it for the hell of it. So I've been trying to train myself to really pay attention, because a lot of people, like I said, when I get the absence seizures, which is like my aura, a lot of people don't notice. They don't really understand. My parents know, like, what my absence seizures look like. Some of my friends do, but not like people from work or, random people. So you just kind of really have to protect yourself. I guess another thing I wanted to mention is driving restrictions. So, as many of you know, when you have epilepsy, you have a driving restriction. If you have a seizure, you have to follow the state law, which I live in Minnesota, so the state law is 3 months. So if I have a seizure, I have to wait for 3 months to be in control of my seizures, because technically 3 months is your control. If it's been a month, 2 months, it's not guaranteed that it's controlled, but 3 months is the guarantee. Some states require 6 months. I don't know if any other states require more, but Minnesota requires 3. And I've been not being able to drive for end of August. So it's been almost 3 months. I have 12 days left. I have a countdown on my phone, so really excited. I miss my baby. But yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about was, like, the triggers. A lot of people have different ones. A lot of people think flashing lights and, like, the photosensitive, like, is, like, with everyone with epilepsy. Oh, can't see flashing lights. Oh, can't see this, can't see this. And it's just like, Really? No. Like, I've never had any seizure while looking at a light. I've been to clubs, bars, like I've played several video games and watched several movies, and I've never had any weird experience that makes me feel uncomfortable or makes me have a seizure. I don't have that, and I just really want to stress that out and tell people, like, no, it's not. What lights aren't always a thing. Like, my main triggers are being stressed out, obviously not taking my medicine, and I don't know. The thing is with epilepsy, there's a lot of unknown. I don't know why I have it. It's not genetic in my family. I mean, it might be, but I don't think so, because no one in my family has epilepsy. A couple people, like my grandpa and a couple of my uncles, have had it, has had like one or two seizures in their life, but a long time ago. They don't even have epilepsy. They don't need to take pills every day. They don't have to deal with all this kind of BS. Sorry. So I'm not really for sure how I had it. I mean, I was, throughout my whole elementary year, or school year, I've never had it. So I just kind of randomly got it again or something. I don't know. And another thing is a lot of people don't really know why they had a seizure, unless they knew that they didn't take their medicine. A lot of people are like, why did I have it? Like, what did I do that caused it? So it's a lot of confusing stuff, because there's been several times where I've had one and I'm like, I swear I've taken my medicine, I swear. And I checked my pill box and I saw that I took it, and I don't know. But luckily I've never had a seizure while I've been driving, so that's good. I've had a seizure though in a lot of public places, like at my school, not high school, but college, movie theater, gosh, I just can't even think right now. I've had like a couple in my bathroom, like after I took a shower. I've had some at my friends' houses, at like a party. I've been pretty lucky though, and I haven't had any. I've had most of them like with my family or around my friends. Like, they weren't. I've only had a couple that were by myself. And when you wake up from one, when you're by yourself, you're kind of like, did I just have one? Or am I just like taking a nap or lying on the ground? Like, it's so weird. You don't know. And it's very stressful. So the driving restrictions, it's a big deal for me. I live in the suburbs. I don't live by any bus stops. I have a job. I'm an only child, so I don't have like a brother and sister to bring me to work. Like, my parents are at work all day. Like, it's so frustrating. And the thing is like, I don't have tons of friends where they can just pick me up every day. I don't know. It's very difficult. So I've just kind of learned to entertain myself and to get by, because I know it's not going to be forever. I drive in 12 days, so hopefully I can be seizure free for a really long time and I can enjoy my driving. And I can work more. But when you can't drive, it's just, your freedom is gone. Like, you can't go to the grocery store, you can't go to the gas station, you can't really go anywhere, you can't go to your friend's house, you can't drive yourself to work or school or wherever you need to be. Like, I barely work, and it's because I have to have my parents bring me. But yeah, I feel like I've lost a couple of friends through having epilepsy. Not necessarily like, I don't know, not necessarily, but like, since I can't drive, I have to have people pick me up, and that's a big bummer to a lot of people. So I just feel like a lot of people don't really make an effort to talk to me until I can drive. So you really figure out who your true friends are during this whole period of time. And kind of sucks, but I don't want to be all like pity party, feel bad for me, whatever. When I was younger, I wasn't able to talk about it ever. I was so like, no, I don't want anyone to know. I don't want my family to know. I don't want my neighbors to know. I don't want my friends to know. Like, I didn't even tell like some of my best friends in high school. Like, I don't know why I didn't. Like, I just feel like it's such a big part of my life now. Like, kind of have to tell people. Everybody I know knows. People from work, people that I went to school with, my friends, my family, my neighbors, you name it. And it's just easier when everybody knows, because then you're able to talk about it. And I haven't had really any negative, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have been pretty respectful, and I don't know if that's just because of my age and just, you know, I'm not in like middle school where people are gonna be like, oh, seizures, let's act like we're having a seizure, let's act like we're getting possessed by the devil, and I don't know. I've gotten that before. I mean, it's not like I haven't had any negative comments, but I feel like for the most part, I surround myself with good people, and they're understanding and nice about it. But unfortunately, I don't really know anyone that has epilepsy, which really sucks because it's kind of hard to talk about it, like, because no one really knows unless you have it. It's just kind of how it is with any type of illness, any type of disease, anything really. So people can only really be empathetic, which is fine, but you get lonely sometimes. Boy, this video is getting really long. I've been trying to really talk and, you know, not lollygag. But I guess, I don't know. It's a very emotional thing to deal with, because, you know, you're probably going to have to deal with it forever. It's a chronic illness. But I feel like it's what makes you stronger, and I don't know, you were given this life to overcome your problems, and yeah. So if anyone likes this video, give it a thumbs up. If anyone wants to, you know, message me or share their experience or whatever, you can let me know. But other than that, I'm going to end this video because it's extremely long. Sorry, guys. Bye!